All right, let me see if I can show you Flight Simulator, show you how some of these controls work here. Let me drop this guy down with my high budget tripod. Totally joking, by the way. Sorry for all the movement. And let's see if this works for you. Okay, so Flight Simulator mode. Gosh, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Okay, so no, DJI. Here we go. And let's go in here to Flight Simulator. This is also a lot better on your Apple platform versus Android, but there's a no-brainer. Okay, let me start it off. Now, when you do Flight Simulator mode, the drone has to be on. Highly advise making sure the props are not on, because if this thing accidentally started in the house, yeah, that would make the wife pretty upset. You'd have a lot of explaining to do. So, starting it the same way you do in real life, bring these two controls down to the center.
The low point has been a takeoff.
The drone turns on, just as normal. The only thing is you don't have controls, as far as in real life. Let me see if I can get the drone closest to you, or closer to us, so you can kind of see what's going on here, and then I'll back off and show you the controls again. So let me get it up. Oh man. Let's see if I can get right up close here. There we go. Okay, so controls. There we go. So, if you notice, this stick is your up and down, throttle up, throttle down. If I move this forward, the drone is going to go up.
Landing gear raising.
So it's just seeing that even in the Flight Simulator, it's even doing it. About 3 feet up, it'll actually naturally engage. If you flick the switch on your own,
landing gear
it will drop it, or you can raise it up.
Landing gear raising.
There we go. So this drone is actually facing away from me, so the controls are as they would be normally. So if I actually move this stick to the left, it's going to yaw that way, or bank left. If I move it back to the right, it's going to move right. If I press it forward, it's going to fly away from me. If I pull it backwards, it's going to move back to me. The left stick will turn the drone around. Now you can see that it's kind of backwards. So if I go to the left now, because it's facing me, it's actually going to go to your right. I'm going to come back. That's how that works. Pretty cool, man. Left thumbstick around. This Flight Simulator is pretty realistic in the sense of the way that it behaves on the actual Flight Simulator is very similar to what it does in real life, and I'll show you what I mean. On the back of the controls, there is a camera gimbal control wheel right here. Here's your record video, and this is your gimbal up and down. It will bring it up, see it move, and drop down. It's actually doing it in real life. Look at the drone over here. See it? Pretty cool. I don't know if I can do the same thing if I click and hold this. Yeah, it will. Watch. See the drone over there in real life, how it's moving around? Look at the drone on the Flight Simulator. Look how real time that is. Look at that. Look at the two move simultaneously together. Look at this. Remember that button I originally told you how you can auto-correct it? I'm going to click it. Watch it move. So, very cool stuff. Also, to show you that when it's GPS enabled, you can see up here in the top how it says in-flight GPS. Well, the drone and the flight simulator is going to work the same. So if I pull back, because remember, the drone is facing me right now, so if I pull back, it's going to actually go forward away from me. See how it works? However, if the drone was actually turned around the other way, using this stick right here to turn it, and I press forward, the front of the drone is now going to fly away from me. I'm going to pull it back, right about there, and turn it around. Now, the responsiveness to what you're seeing in the flight simulator is identical based on calm wind conditions in real life. It's almost identical. I'm going to show you what happens when you let go of the controls if it's in GPS mode. Let me spin this around. I'm going to back up. Whoops, that's down. Back up. Let me go forward a little bit. I'm going to hit this and let go. Watch it. Let go. See how it stops? I'm going to bring it back and let go. See how it stops? That's what it does in GPS. Watch, I'll go forward and let go. Stops, bring it back, and let go. That's what it will do in real life. Absolutely freaking amazing. It really is an amazing piece of machinery. So the flight simulator here is very similar to what you're going to experience. Now you can also change different things in the flight simulator. If you notice down here, I'm not sure you can really read it, but it says wind speed. Well, I can click that and I can change even the wind speed to affect the way the drone flies in the actual flight simulator. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. It really is. You can also experience the different types of modes that the drone flies in. You can, I'm sure you've seen a couple of the videos how the thing will pan around and circle around different areas. You can do that here. You can change the flight mode. So if you want to change flight mode mid-flight, you can do that. There's a switch in the back right here. You have GPS, attitude mode, and field GPS. So if I flick it over, all the way over, it's now going to open up a couple different options for me in the actual app here. I'll click this guy, and let's say I click on the point of interest selection. So it's going to have me pick a particular location. So let's say I have a nice little section over here that I want to pan around. So I'm going to fly the drone over there. Now I'm going to go up because it wants to make sure that I'm a certain distance above it. Watch the drone on the thing. Way up high. There's that. And it says right here, record point of interest. I'm going to click that. Now it's asking me to increase my radius. It's asking for a minimum altitude of 20 feet. So I'm going to back the drone up now. This number is going to change. And when I'm a certain distance away, 30 feet away, I'm going to hit apply. Now I can change my miles per hour. I'm going to have it circle around at 52 miles per hour. And if you watch the drone in the app, it's actually flying around the point of interest. I'm not touching the controls, as you can see. And this is what it would do in real life. So because I have a point of interest selected on the ground and I have the drone, I pick the radius, how far away from the point of interest, and the speed I want it to travel around it. It will keep the camera locked on that spot, and the drone will continue to fly in that direction. You can see how it's kind of rotating in mid-flight. It will do this in real life. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Cancel.
Landing gear lowering.
We'll start over again. That's pretty much it, man.
The home point has been updated. Take off.
The
Landing gear
such an
raising.
amazing ability to practice flying. But this is it, man. This is pretty much it in a nutshell. Gosh, what else can I show you, bud? Let me fly away here. We'll go way high. Let me go way out. Hit the return to home button. This is your return to home button. If I press and hold this,
Landing gear lowering.
if I'm way far away on this guy, way out there, I forgot if it's within 20 feet, and you're only 10 feet off the ground, if you hit return home, it's gonna land right where it's at. So return to home.
Go home.
I don't know if you can really see that or not, but there it is right there. This is flashing because it says when you actually manually select return to home, you can hit that X and cancel it. But if it's returning to home because your batteries are low, you are completely powerless over it. The only thing you can do is move the camera up and down. It says on the top right here, return to home. You can see the drone flying in the sky. And this is what it does in real life. It's pretty neat.
Landing.
I've experienced this twice now in real life. And yes, it works very much. You can see the numbers here changing. Distance 6.4 feet away. Height is 60 feet and dropping. And as you can see on the flight simulator, I'm not even controlling it. It's doing everything. And it will land not exactly where it took off from, but it will land within a couple feet of its launching point, as you can see right here. And that's it, man. Pretty neat stuff, dude, I'm telling you.
The home point has takeoff.
So if we come up again, let me show you this again real quick.
Landing gear
Let me
raising.
turn here. Let me bring the drone over here so you can kind of see it. Again. Here we go. Remember, when the drone is facing you, your controls are backwards. It's facing me right now. So let's do this again. Up. Left stick forward is raise up. Stick down is descend. And if you watch the drone on the flight simulator, as I get close to the ground, it should start dropping it automatically. I guess it doesn't want to play very nicely.
Landing
There
gear
it goes.
lowering.
Go up again.
Landing gear raising.
And it does talk to you when you're flying in real life too. So once again, drone is facing us. Stick to the left, rolls it left. Stick to the right, rolls it right. Now if you watch, if I let go of the stick, see how it stops? The GPS coordinates do that to the drone. It stops. Look at this. Let go. Whoop, stops. Bring it towards you. Let go. Whoop, it'll stop. See? So, anyways. Right stick is your forward, like I said, forward and back. And your push it to the left, it will bank left. Push it to the right, it will bank right. Now, taking it out of GPS mode, if you notice, my wind speed is 6.7 miles per hour. On the back side, there's a switch that takes it, the switch right here, takes it from GPS all the way over this way is GPS with the options to program it to fly a certain way without you controlling it. In the center is ATTI mode, which means it loses GPS. So if I click that, the drone is going to start drifting because of wind. See that? Now, banking right. Let me come back towards me a little bit. You'll notice it just keeps wanting to drift. If I bank to the left and let go before, it would stop, but see how it just keeps going? Going and going and going. come back towards me and I'll let it go. It'll just go right by. See that? Now, if you're in ATTI mode and you want to regain control, as soon as I flick the switch, I'm going to flick this switch right now and pop it back into GPS mode. Let me get it back over here. So let me go ahead and get some distance here, and I'll go ahead and hit the switch and I'll pop it in GPS mode. Watch this. See how it stops mid-flight, bam, just like that. It's back in GPS mode. So you can see there's pluses to it, to having it in GPS mode. So that's pretty much it. Hope this helps. I don't know what else to show you, man. I would just take it out and fly it around. Get familiar with the controls. It's awesome. And like I said, if you ever get into a pinch, like let's say you fly it way, way out there and you don't know how to get it home, it's real simple.
Go home.
Just like that. So it makes it kind of nice. In the map also, on this lower case, on this lower corner, I'll hit that. Maybe it won't enlarge because we're not. Yeah, it says it's not provided in the flight simulator. But in real life, if this screen wasn't if I couldn't see very well, I could enlarge the map. And on the map, there's little lines that show you where you've been. You just follow the lines with your with that arrow and it'll bring you back. But that's it, man. That's how the flight simulator works. That's how the controls on the drone work. Or on the controller work. That's pretty much it, dude. Pretty simple stuff. I hope this helps. And see, right now, if I wanted to, I could cancel it because I called it home and there's still plenty of battery life. I can hit cancel and it will override it. But if you are returning home because you've let your battery drain too much, as I stated before, you have no control over this thing at all. So I can cancel it. Cancel auto landing. And I can manually do it. And literally, you asked me about hard landings. Literally, dude, it's super easy. It's this easy to land it. It's super sensitive, but this is it. Super soft touchdowns. And then you hold the stick down and it kills the motor. That's it, man. Simple. Alright, man. I don't know if there's anything else I can really show you on this guy that we haven't already talked about. On the back of the controller here, you will have a couple different knobs. You've got your camera selection here. You can play back your video here. This is your shutter button. Selector switch right here for GPS, attitude or ATTI mode, manual, no GPS. GPS, but it's GPS function, so you can get the thing to fly to different waypoints. That really cool trick where it hovers around in a circle while you control. This is your record button right here. This is your gimbal right here. If you watch, let me see if I can get the gimbal straightened out again. If you watch the drone, let me see if I can get these two together so you can see it a little bit better. Hold on, we're going to shake and roll here for a second. Let me see if I can focus this guy. There we go. So looking at this wheel right here, if I roll this, watch the gimbal, watch the camera, see it? You can roll this guy by rolling this wheel. And it's capacitive, so if you hold and let go, the wheel spins back in place. But you can see the gimbal will go up and down by rolling this wheel. However, if you want to use the camera to pan in all different directions, you've got three options. One, get a second controller, have the guy control the gimbal while you control the drone. I